Good morning. I hope my voice is audible. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, because I was having a fear that my headphone may not work today because it was not working a while ago. So that's how I was a bit worried. Fine, then we can start. I hope it's a good week for you all with lots of theories which we are going to talk about in organizational behavior this week. So basically, just to make you all aware, we will be going or we are going a little bit slow in the first chapter or first unit of organizational behavior as a subject. So there are 5 units in your syllabus. Let me just take you all through the syllabus by the time we can expect others to join in. Okay, is this word document visible? Is this word document visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Okay, so currently we are talking about this fundamentals, right? I'll be mapping it with the sessions also later on so that I don't miss anything and we are on the track. So if you see the syllabus, these are the 5 units. Okay, so you can see that the first chapter itself is having a lot of stuff, and we are almost in the middle of the syllabus of first chapter, fundamentals. And few of the fundamental concepts, as this particular topic for many of you all is new, I would be going a little slow further also by the time we end this fundamentals. Once the fundamentals are clear, I would expect all of y'all to catch the pace of the session, because otherwise we may not finish in time. So we will stick to the deadlines later on after the first chapter, because the later chapters would be time bound. Okay, and the later chapters like perception, group and team dynamics, conflict management, these are going to be role based. Yeah, we will have certain case studies. So you may not even I'll be mapping it with the whatever theories have been mentioned over here, and we will be seeing it through case studies or activities. But I mean, yeah, last is stress at workplace, this fifth chapter. So this fifth chapter I may take it earlier also, seeing the pace and the time constraints, or probably if I get additional sessions, or probably if I miss a session and then take it sometimes later. In that session I may randomly take the stress and at workplace. Okay, so this is not related with the earlier sessions, so this I may take it anywhere. Okay, why I'm saying this, that you need to relate it with the chapters that are there in your portion, in your syllabus. So whatever we are discussing in the class are basically the scope given by the university syllabus. Okay, but I will be always taking value adding thing based upon certain experiential learnings which we are doing, and certain practical aspects of my job which I have done earlier past 20 years. So that also will be additional thing for y'all. Apart from this, any suggestions or any additions are welcomed. You may message me, or you may have, let me give you all the, in the chat I'm giving my WhatsApp number, 866862757 is my number, and my email ID is rachna@matrixpune.com. This is Dr. Rachna. Okay, so my contact details are there with you all, email as well as my phone number, so that you can message me either your doubts or your queries, or if you have any addition in your mind, because this subject can be made more interesting with your inclusions, with your involvement and participation. So you can definitely express and contribute your thought process with me. Okay. Many times I may connect with someone to be a part of the role play, or you may contribute and say that, can I participate in the upcoming case study or upcoming role play activity? So that this is a virtual team. I may break you all up in virtual teams and impose that kind of environment, but I'm avoiding it because we are yet to know each other. If it would have been a in person class, I would have known you all in the first two sessions itself, both the, I mean, vice versa as well. So it being virtual session, there are certain limitations. So we will be taking the help of the time which we are spending virtually on the screen and maybe on the media which we are using for connecting each other. Okay. So bear with me with the limitations of the communications which we are having within us, but be expressive, be a contributor to the session. Okay. So that was one important thing which I thought that I should share with you all by the time others are joining. Now we'll begin with the session. I'll again share the screen. I hope my screen is visible, all of y'all.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just adjust it. By the time I make the adjustment, any questions up till now, whatever we have talked about, I can take one or two questions.
Rachna ma'am, Neha here.
Yes, Neha,
I
please go
have
ahead.
a very I have a very small question regarding this subject. I
Okay.
mean, questions कैसे आते हैं means exam में on this subject?
Okay. First thing, no question is right and wrong. No question is silly and very important. No question is simple and hard. Question is question. So all of you all, please be at comfort level to ask questions. Yes, Neha, your question was regarding what type of questions and how we are going to be evaluated, probably that way. This is too early
Yes.
for us to comment much on that as we have not even completed first chapter. But yes, what I'll at this moment share with you all is that, as I mentioned in the earlier session, case study would be one of the important question. Okay. So I did not get everybody's contact numbers and the group is yet to form, wherein I am also I also will be a part. So that is the reason I couldn't share that case which we have been discussing or reading last session. So maybe in a day or so this week that thing will be taken care of, and we will be in touch so that I give you all material, I give you all case study before the session or during the session, and then we can take it ahead later. So that mode will be there. So case study is one of the important thing for internal to 100% मैं देने वाली हूँ, that is for sure, because case study is going to be one of the important evaluating criteria for me. Okay, making the subject more interesting and applied. Okay, real life scenarios and business scenarios will be depicted in the case study, so that will help you understand the subject in a much effective manner. This is one thing. Second thing, the question paper of the earlier years, you may refer to those questions also, because it will be a combination of questions, like typical brief questions, short notes, and descriptive questions. Okay, so those will be there, typical questions per chapter. We will be having certain quiz, we may have certain descriptive as well, both. So three types I have mentioned here. One way is case study, a part of it, probably section 1 or 2 I'll be giving that. and the other section will be brief questions or descriptive questions as well. Okay, this would be one paper pattern, and the second paper pattern would be quiz, online quiz. Those will be multiple choice questions. Okay, so this is the second evaluation, and the third evaluation may be PowerPoint presentations, which I may have in groups or probably individual. Let's see how we can proceed further. So these three aspects are going to be there. There may be a change based upon what instructions we get from the university, what instructions we get from the director, sir. So accordingly, there would be certain changes which I'll be following. And obviously, I'll be communicating it to you all as well. There would be one internal assignment as well, apart from these three aspects. It could be, I'm just yet to confirm on that. For example, learning diary. This learning diary is a concept which we can consider for evaluation as an additional thing, wherein because we are not meeting in person, probably we may start for with some of y'all in maybe in a week or two, wherein offline sessions also are thought of. Let's see how we can work on it. So अगर वो नहीं हो पाता है या फिर those who are still online parallel, for them learning diary is going to be very important, which will talk about चैप्टर वाइज आपका क्या लर्निंग हुआ है और आप खुद एक्सप्रेस करोगे उस लर्निंग डायरी में. जैसे अभी मैंने एक हफ्ते से मैं आपको सिखाने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ इंटरैक्शन के तरीके से. सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू इंटरैक्ट विथ यू ऑल ऑन दिस वर्चुअल मोड, एंड डेफिनेटली from both the sides, from me as well as from you, there might have been certain challenges. Right now I'm not able to show you all my face, and neither the video is on because of the bandwidth issue. So the subject is basically when we are हम रूबरू होते हैं, we are in there in front of each other, and everything is based on the body kinesics, the expressiveness, our behavior pattern, how we react. It's all that kind of scientific discipline. But then there are these challenges, and we are trying to cope up with the help of maybe more sessions than desired. अगर for session unit 1 के लिए हमको 10 सेशन लगने वाले, 5 सेशन लगने वाले, I may take 10 probably. Later on we may catch up the pace. Okay, so teething problems we can say. So these are some of the things which are in my mind as far as the additional things are considered, that is learning diary. So you may start with your this maintaining a learning diary for OB, for organizational behavior, because Neha, I thank you first of all for raising this question here, because even this has given me an opportunity to share with you all how we should proceed ahead. So maybe per week you can prepare one page write up per week कि हमने ये week में क्या सीखा. Probably you, each one of you may have different ways of writing, but please maintain a learning diary. I may ask you to submit at the end of the semester or maybe in the middle of the semester, when we may have some evaluation things, criteria, because this will secondly help you also to understand what you're learning and applying it in your day throughout further. Okay, it being the first session, I can take this advantage, and throughout the day you can observe the people around you at home, in your social environment, and in your professional environment, those who are working. So you may apply, and it would be, this world is a can kind of a stage where you perform. So maybe at home you may apply these, observe first of all, understand. Okay, because you cannot directly apply. Always try to understand the thing. Okay, try to interact, get the details. Okay, observe the things, observe the events, observe the processes around you, and then try to apply whatever you have learned. Okay, by observing, analyzing, and applying later on. Application comes later once you are comfortable applying it, understanding it, analyzing it. Okay, so learning diary में आप ये सब लिख सकते हो. Each person will have his or her own style of maintaining the learning diary. In my earlier different subjects, क्योंकि learning diary मैंने IT के subject के लिए भी use किया था, marketing के subjects के लिए भी use किया था, and HR के subjects के लिए भी use किया था, and most of them proved to be successful in the form of their understanding, because in the session many of them may not speak up, or there might be timelines strict timelines wherein I am unable to take many questions, or probably you may not think, or that question might have not clicked to you in that session. So learning diary also helps that student or you all to make a note of it maybe at a later point of time and come back to me with the parked question. Okay. Plus there might have been certain clues where you are working or where you are residing, or probably anybody might have read a book, or somebody just forwarded some message, or some forwarded video clip, or such kind of stories. So that person shares it in the learning diary and interacts with the faculty, and the faculty is in a position to actually make that note. That learning diary definitely, I'm thinking, if you're doing it meticulously, I will see that it is carrying some marks also, so your efforts will be recognized. Not so it is having these two types of benefits. You will be catching the pace, you will be in sync, or you will be aligning yourself to what I'm trying to teach you all or facilitate you all, and you will also be contributing maybe, and plus आपको points भी मिलने वाले हैं इसके लिए. So I would appeal everyone to maintain a learning diary. It's going to help you in your exam evaluation as well as further life also. You may refer to it sometimes. Later on you may not. जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि जब हम मैथ सीख रहे थे या ट्राइंग टू कंस्ट्रक्ट अ सेंटेंस, हम एबीसीडी पहले लिखते जाते हैं वर्ड बनाना सेंटेंस बनाना, लेटर ऑन यू डोंट नीड टू राइट इट ऑन द पेपर. You just you are it's a part of your habit or your way of interacting. जैसे मैथ्स 1+1=2 हम लोग ऐसे डॉट बनाते या फिर ऐसे कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट्स लेके काउंट करते थे पहले. Now we don't do it because now, with the help of practice, by application, now we are doing it seamlessly. Okay, you don't sit and count the ticket के पैसे जब हम ticket counter पे हैं. Okay, so we are now able to do that basic mathematics on our own without using gadgets always, or using the objects always. So that's how it is about this concept also of organizational behavior. These are human behavior patterns, beliefs, इसके ऊपर ये science है. और initially, because of the with the help of case studies and certain things, conceptual theories and all, you may need to write it, you may need to recall it, remember it. And once you know and relate and associate yourself to that particular scenario, you will be imbibing those values and beliefs and concepts in your thought process, in your mind. Okay, and they will be reproduced later on if you actually understand the gist of it. So you need to join the dots of whatever concepts and theories I'm teaching you all in the class with the actual things happening in your environment around you. You may get back to me and say, okay, mom, is it this what we have observed? You can cross verify, because every time you may not get time to read the books in detail about these concepts. Definitely basic you need to read once, so that आप अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग पुख्ता करते हो, आप अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग को स्ट्रांग बनाते हो, सो दैट यू कैन रिकॉल इट एनी टाइम. ओके, जैसे हम हमारा माइथोलॉजिकल जो थिंग्स स्टोरीज है, रामायण एंड महाभारत एंड ऑल, these are the things which we have learned it during our childhood. Okay, as Jesus, Jesus Christ. So whatever religion we belong to, in our childhood we have heard those stories, and we know it. We have not probably read any detailed books also, probably we have just listened, we have just gone through it, we have seen, we have observed, and we know those things. Okay, so you need to be open, you need to be open in understanding these concepts so that you may relate it in your routine life. Okay, let's proceed with the topic which is there for today. I'll share the screen once again. I hope the screen is visible.
No, ma'am.
Oh, just a moment. Somehow I'm struggling with my mouse all of a sudden again. Just a moment. Probably now it is visible.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So we've already started with this. We have talked about this learning about OB. We have talked about this clockworks or snake pit thing while starting this session. We have also gone through this case, but unfortunately will not spend much time here because I have not shared this with you. Okay, so I'll share this maybe today or tomorrow, and then we can take it sometimes this week. But definitely those who are present for this session earlier may think on these questions. What is this case related to? What is the problem, and what will be the effects of the problems? We're going to talk about this. We're not going to leave it, but I have taken this opportunity to introduce to you all how a case looks like. So this is how it looks like, and we have gone through it. We have understood the problem that a person is being facing, many problems during his employment, where he is being bypassed, he is ignored while the promotion thing is considered by his uh, authorities. At the same time, there were behavioral patterns of himself, that person, Mr. Vijay, and his behavioral pattern is also dependent on certain extrinsic and intrinsic factors around him in this particular case study. So this case study is involved with the interpersonal relations, I would say. Okay, I would also relate it with motivation, I would also relate it with the conflict management. So there could be multiple areas where I can connect this case study and speak to you all. So that's the reason I'm parking this, because I have not shared it with you all. So we will be doing it later on, definitely. Okay, because when we talk about such kind of cases, we need to ask ourselves questions. जैसे why do we do certain things? As a manager, when you think from the organizational behavior perspective, you are actually going and stepping into the shoes of a manager or probably employee. Until and unless you do it, you will not get the essence of this particular area. Okay, so managers must think. It's all about how they feel why do they do their given task, and not always if and how they do. Only how they do is not important. How they feel when they're doing it, how they feel when they are receiving the orders, how they feel when they are giving the orders, how they feel when they are contributing, how they feel when they are participating. Okay, so how well they think is very, very important, because it is directly related to the performance and productivity. And that's how this case studies help us derive to a particular conclusion कि इससे क्या होगा, ये किया तो क्या होगा, ये प्रॉब्लम क्या है, क्यों है. You need to analyze it. Okay, and इसके परिणाम क्या होने वाले हैं, effects. You need to ask yourself, okay, your interest, your competencies. Okay, basically there are so many organizations where there are certain types of leadership, and we may study it in the further sessions. So how they are mapped in the case study, whether is it the leadership which is also some of the aspect which are peeping inside the case. Okay, because a leader or the manager should actually understand the interest and competencies of their employees, and they need to map with the whatever profile and tasks are assigned to that individual. Okay, so that that particular individual actually takes interest deliberately. This point I'm telling because this is also applicable for you all when you are attending this session. Your interest and your participation will make or break this session. Similarly, your job, if you take interest, you will actually climb the ladder. सब लोग climb करते हैं, लेकिन the pace matters. Okay, आपका vigor matters, आपका involvement matters. ओके, सो बिकॉज देर इज इंटरेक्शन, जैसे मैंने बोला कि आपके कलीग्स के साथ आपका पीयर इंटरेक्शन कैसा है, आपके बॉस के साथ आपका इंटरेक्शन कैसा है, आपका इंटरेस्ट एंड अलाइनमेंट मैटर्स. नॉट ओनली दैट, देर आर मल्टीपल स्टेक होल्डर्स इन अ बिजनेस एनवायरमेंट. तो उनके साथ आपका बर्ताव एंड इंटरेक्शन कैसा है, बिकॉज दैट ऑल्सो विल रिलेट विथ योर एसोसिएशन विद द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल. जैसे हमने ओबी का स्ट्रक्चर चार्ट देखा है, इंडिविजुअल लेवल, group level and organization level. All these three levels are vital, okay, to understand this. Here are some of the tips to solve the case study. I'm giving it in advance. You can just have a glimpse now. If you want, you can take a snapshot of it. Whenever a case study is given, I would expect you all to read it multiple times. And please remember, this is applicable for any subject's case study. Okay, and this is not given in any books. I have derived it based upon how I approach and how I, handle the case study. If I would have been a student, so I read it multiple times until I understand what the problem is. I highlight how I understand. I highlight or mark important points. It could be characters in that particular case. It could be, the relationship between what kind of relationships are there. जैसे subordinate के relationships है या employer and employee के हैं, किस तरीके से है, या ट्रेड यूनियंस है उसमें, या फिर एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स है या एक्सटर्नल एंटिटी है, जैसे गवर्नमेंट होगा, कोई एजेंट होगा, कोई एमएनसी का ऑफिशियल रहेगा फ्रॉम अदर ट्रांसलोकेशनल ब्रांच, probably a branch in foreign country. Okay, probably इंडियन एंड फॉरेन का कुछ केस स्टडी रहेगा, उस हिसाब से ये इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा. तो कैरेक्टर्स हम पिन पॉइंट कर सकते हैं, अंडरलाइन कर सकते हैं, प्रोसेसेस होंगे, इवेंट्स होंगे, एक्टिविटीज होंगे. सो these I would highlight with probably different ink, pen, or maybe pencil. I used to do that in my initial days, maybe 10-15 years back. I make rough notes at the, most of the Marathi. I will use certain words in Marathi, like हम margins बनाते थे पेपर सॉल्व करते वक्त, या फिर समास बोलते हैं उसको इन मराठी, समास. ओके, दोन्ही बाजूला समास काढायचा आणि on your left hand side you have numbers, serial. Okay, serial number. On the left right hand side, that samas should be bigger than your right hand left hand side, because यहाँ पे आप अपने rough notes बना सकते हो या फिर कुछ assumptions बना सकते हो. Typically I used to follow this. Your style may be different, you may develop your own style of solving a case study, but this was that I used to follow. And why that right hand side margin used to be bigger? Because sometimes I used to draw diagrams also. Okay, because for me, my trait is I'm very visual kind of a person. Okay, wherein instead of auditory I am more impactful in my visual memory. हर एक का एक मेमोरी का एक मोड रहता है. We may talk on this later sometimes when we talk about body kinesics and mode of what kind of mode of memory is more effective in individual cases. We may come to that later. It is related with our own senses. So instead of more than my ears, I'm more effective on observing and seeing the pictures and images. Okay, so वो ज्यादा मुझे याद रहता है, right? So somebody may be good at numbers. Okay, somebody may be good at diagrams. तो not very artistic diagrams but schematic diagrams जिसपे कोई rules and regulations नहीं रहते. और if you are well versed, suppose कोई IT background से आया है तो उनको डेटा फ्लो डायग्राम्स एंड ईआर डायग्राम्स मालूम रहेगा, या फिर कोई इंजीनियरिंग का है तो कैड कैम के डायग्राम्स उनको याद रहेंगे. बट वी मे नॉट गो इनटू दैट डिटेल डायग्राम्स वेरी प्रोफेशनली, बट अ रफ डायग्राम. जैसे कोई प्रोसेस है, अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए आपको अंडरस्टैंड होगा तो भी चलेगा, नॉट नेसेसरीली अदर्स को. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इट, क्योंकि यू नीड टू जॉइन द डॉट्स, यू नीड टू मेक द लिंकेजेस. ओके, सो दैट यू टेक द थिंग्स. क्योंकि 4 बार केस स्टडी हम बाद में पढ़ नहीं सकते, उतना टाइम नहीं रहता. सपोज यू आर सॉल्विंग अ पेपर, तो उसमें आपको हिंट मिलती है. यू नीड नॉट अगेन revisit the paper because you have already taken note of it in that diagram or the notes. So make rough notes with respect to area of case scenario, problem identification if any, assumptions अगर कोई आपके हो. ओके, जैसे ये विजय का केस अभी हम जब ये केस स्टडी में देखे हैं, तो वी मे कंसिडर दैट विजय इज, we may make some assumptions, relevant one, that they have given something called wherein in the case that Vijay is a loner. Okay, if you see this case study, being a loner, Vijay developed a very few friends. Take the clues from the case study. ये एक clue है कि Vijay doesn't like socializing. So you will assume that. Please remember, assumptions should be relevant. मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल सकती कि विजय इज अनमैरिड. This is irrelevant. It is not relevant to the case. He may be a married person or he may be not. How it is related with the case? He may not. क्योंकि हम लोग कुछ भी assumption नहीं कर सकते. Assumption should be there as a background, as a supportive background, कि हम इसके basis पे कुछ inferences निकाल सकते हैं. So you may have certain assumptions. कंसेप्चुअल एसोसिएशन, जैसे आगे जाके हम लोग कुछ थियोरीज पढ़ने वाले हैं, जैसे जोहारी विंडो पढ़ने वाले हैं, एक्स एंड वाई थियोरी पढ़ने वाले हैं, मैग्रेगर का एक थियोरी पढ़ने वाले हैं, मैस्लो का थियोरी पढ़ने वाले हैं. यू नीड टू रिकॉल दीज थियोरीज एंड आई विल मेक योर टास्क सिंपल बाय गिविंग वेरी वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल्स सो दैट यू कैन मैप इट. और लर्निंग डायरी आपको इसके लिए बहुत काम करेगी कि कौन सा कंसेप्ट किस थियोरी से रिलेट हुआ है. So you can recall it later on very easily. Please remember, don't take it very lightly, this subject, as it is a very theoretical or applied. We will make it as simple as possible with the help of real life examples, so that your learning diary later on will be your guide in understanding and recalling the, as a revision kind of a thing. So I emphasize on managing a learning diary. Okay, so conceptual association बहुत जरूरी है. If required you may draw diagram, जैसे मैंने बताया process diagrams draw कर सकते हो. ओके okay? या फिर कोई स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम ड्रॉ कर सकते हो कि आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि फॉर एग्जांपल इन दिस केस विजय का पहला यूनिट कौन सा था, डिपार्टमेंट कौन सा था, उसका मैनेजर वहां पे कौन सा था. एक ब्लॉक डायग्राम आप बना सकते हो कि फर्स्ट इनिशियल डेज में कौन सा था, सेकंड लेटर ऑन कौन मैनेजर था, नाम और उनके रोल. जैसे ये हो सकता है एज एन इवेंट डायग्राम. Okay, so you may use such kind of diagrammatic skills. Okay, based on that perform analysis based on the given facts, your knowledge and conceptual framework also. जैसे conceptual association आपने किया हो तो आपको ये analysis करना बहुत आसान पड़ेगा. Okay, you may analyze based on your judgmental understanding, right? Then based on it you may have probable alternative solutions. This is very important point which I'm mentioning कि एक solution ठीक नहीं लग सकता, आपको multiple solution कर सकते हो. Okay, and please remember whenever you are solving a case study, no solution is right and wrong. This is the beauty of it. तब आप बोलोगे कि अरे वाह ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, हम लोग मार्क्स ही नहीं गवाएंगे. यस, बट यू नीड टू फॉलो दिस स्टेप्स. तो आपका जो भी सोल्यूशन रहेगा, क्योंकि दुनिया में बहुत सारे कंसल्टेंट हैं जो ये ऐसे केस स्टडीज सॉल्व करते हैं बड़े बड़े ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. ओके, कि कोई प्रॉब्लम आता है, आपको सुपरफिशियली लगता है कि हाँ ये कंपनी का शेयर डाउन हो गया है, लेकिन ये एक सेंटेंस इसके पीछे बहुत बड़ा महाभारत होता है. वो अंडरस्टैंड करके आगे वाले स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंग्स डिसाइड किए जाते हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल पे. उसके लिए लीगल एंड सच काइंड ऑफ मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टेंट हायर किए जाते हैं जो हु आर पेड इन लैक्स, थाउजेंड्स एंड लैक्स. या so as a consultant, I mean being a management consultant may prove to be a very highly professional job later on, as an MBA graduate later on, as one of the avenues if you are good at analytical abilities and strategic understanding. Okay, during the course of the MBA you may have certain subjects which are going to give you input. ओके, क्योंकि ये आपके अंदर स्किल होता है लेकिन वो आप रिलेट नहीं कर पाते बिकॉज यू आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट इट. तो ये अवेयरनेस का काम एमबीए कोर्स करता है, आई वुड लाइक टू से. सो इट्स अप टू यू. सो प्रोबेबल सॉल्यूशंस क्या है, आप यू मे कम अप विद वन और टू सॉल्यूशंस और मोर, एंड देन प्रायोरिटाइज द सॉल्यूशन एंड गिव योर चॉइस कि इन चार में से आप कौन सा एडवोकेट करते हो और जस्टिफिकेशन क्यों करते हो ये. Okay, that completes that case. This is one way of solving the case. Okay, maybe some other teacher may solve it in a different way, but this is what I have been doing since last 15 years. So I found it very easy, and my students also have given the feedback that it became very handy for them. So I would like you all to take a screenshot of this so that you may follow it if you find it comfortable and easy to apply. So this is tips to solve a case study. We'll skip this slide because it has erroneously come here. We'll come to this slide later. Basic process of OB. We'll first take challenges. So when we talk about challenges in organizational behavior, डेफिनेटली हमारे जो वर्ल्ड अभी चल रहा है, डायनामिज्म बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ा है. ओके, व्हाई? बिकॉज थिंग्स हैव एक्सपांडेड लाइक एनीथिंग. इट हैज बिन, जैसे हम डेटा की बात कर रहे हैं, समटाइम्स data explosion, okay, has created a concern in managing it. Okay, if you talk about big data, for example, okay, so traditional tools have fallen short to manage the data. So more analytical tools, just like, taking help of business analytic tools and AI have come. ओके, आगे जाके क्वांटम थियरी भी आ जाएगी रूटीन यूज में. सो व्हाई दिस प्रोग्रेसिवनेस वर्ल्ड जिस दौर से गुजर रहा है, ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्रीजिंग ग्लोबलाइजेशन ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड ऑपरेटिंग टेरिटरी, थिंग्स हैव exploded like anything. It is not a tiny world anymore. Okay, so increasing diversity of organizational workforce also has given emphasis for this subject. जैसे मैंने पहले वाले सेशन में बताया कि when I was in US in 2004, I being called as a madam, or I calling someone as a madam, may be an sign of arrogance, whereas in Indian culture it is a kind of respect to be given for, elderly female. Okay, so the diversity here as an example is in cultural diversity. Okay, you may face it in your regular, I mean in India also. Okay, you may have certain religions saying few words in a different way, and in their religion they may be perceived differently. Or your behavior also, shake hand. Okay, obviously with the COVID thing, pandemic, we have come out of that phase wherein, namaskar is more welcome than shaking the hands, or hugging each other. Okay, in Western countries this was a ritual. Now little bit change is seen. So cultural diversity तो होती है पूरे दुनिया में. So how we are going to handle it? Why this subject now as an example, this cultural diversity का की बात आई है? Because suppose, I mean, I have seen it when one of my colleague in Tech Mahindra, that person was deputed on his on-site project. So that person was quite feeling lonely, and he was not comfortable in understanding the culture in UK, right? So there were certain teething problems for him to settle down. Same thing happened for my other colleague who went for his project in Etisalat, which is a, Arab place, Arab country. So that particular, जैसे even I faced certain problems when I had visited one of the consulate in Mumbai, Iranian consulate general. Okay, for other consulate generals I used to shake hand and meet them, but Iranian consulate uh, avoided it. So it was just a bow. I mean, I bowed in front of him and then I sat down. There was no namaskar and there was no handshaking also. It was just your body language which actually was the sign of welcome and saying, showing the respect. Okay, so cultural diversity is there, so we need to respect it. And until and unless you know the essence of organizational behavior, you may not understand the, or interpret it properly. Okay, so when you work together in an organization, you understand that एक ही फैमिली में चार सिबलिंग्स है, बहन भाई रहते हैं, लेकिन हर एक का स्वभाव अलग होता है. ओके, एक ही फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं, फिर भी हर एक का बिहेवियर अलग हो सकता है, रहता है. Okay, so imagine when you're working in an organizational environment, okay, how things matter. And it should not affect your work profile, your job. That is the underlying base thing why this subject is a part of our course, the professional course. Continuing technological innovations with its companion need for skill enhancement. This is one more challenge because so much of technological advancements are happening around us. So many innovations are happening around us. So we need to enhance our skill with that perspective also when we are working together with other human beings. Continuing demand for higher levels of morale and ethical behavior at work. हमारा पैर फिसल सकता है जब हम कोई लुक्रेटिव थिंग देखते हैं या महसूस करते हैं, तो हमारा इथिक्स हिल सकता है, हमारे मॉरल्स हिल सकते हैं. values will hold us in this scenario, and it is one of the important part of organizational behavior. हमारे वैल्यूज एंड बिलीफ सिस्टम अगर स्ट्रांग है तो कोई भी कठिन परिस्थिति है हम अपना कंट्रोल नहीं खो सकते. ओके जैसे कोई आपको एक्सप्लॉइट कर रहा है वर्क प्लेस पे, हाउ यू विल रिएक्ट टू इट एंड हैंडल दैट प्रॉब्लम. या कोई करप्शन हो रहा है तो आपके how your values will guide you to resolve that conflicting situation. Okay, so your moral and ethical behavior at work will matter a lot. लेकिन आपको अगर मालूम ही नहीं है कि मोरल क्या है, ethical behavior होता क्या है, तो you will be we may not call you innocent because you don't know the concept, but then your ignorance will be blamed. Okay, so that is the again challenges we face at workplace about knowing these high demands. We have talked about this slide earlier. Managers are individuals who achieve goals through other people, and these are some of the managerial activities. That is, a manager is involved in making decisions, allocating resources, directing activities of others to attain the goal. This I wanted this slide to be, I think the slide is exchanged. This should have been earlier slide. So a manager is involved in such kind of managerial activities. Okay, coming to this basic process of OB. So what OB does, from understanding to prediction, as an outcome to controlling, this is how it is going to handhold you. That is the basic process of organizational behavior. That is, how strong are they, how do they interrelate. Because when you are actually solving a case or a real life scenario, you are looking towards the problem as a problem or as some scenario. You need to understand it. How strong they are, how they are related. Because प्रॉब्लम जहाँ पे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में हम ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, हाउ आर दे रिलेटेड, नॉट ऑलवेज विद द टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम्स आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इन दिस पर्सपेक्टिव, द ह्यूमन बिहेवियर प्रॉब्लम्स. एक आदमी हो सकता है या मल्टीपल टीम मेंबर्स हो सकते हैं किसी प्रॉब्लम में. ओके जैसे अभी विजय का केस है, तो विजय अलोन इज वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट की पर्सन ओवर देयर इन दैट केस. Sorry. Apart from that, general manager finance or some other unit head was also involved. Their colleagues are also one of the stakeholders in this problem. So every character you need to evaluate how strong they are and how they are related to each other. You need to understand. You need to predict. You need to make a prediction. What patterns of behavior that are present in these individual, you know, individuals or each character in this particular case. What is the cause effect relationship? How that Vijay as a person, as an employee, जिसके I mean around whom the case is revolving, how he is reacting to certain things, how he is being accepted or not accepted by the other team members, how he is being evaluated. Are there any predispositions about Vijay? What is predisposition? It is nothing but assumption made or interpretation made about a particular pattern of behavior or about a person, his characteristics and habits. हमको उसको predispositions बोलते हैं. Okay, we may get stereotyped while evaluating a person also. So you need to avoid it. How we are going to have certain case studies further also, we'll understand these words. Resulting outcome is controlling. What solutions are possible? As I said, case studies have to have multiple solutions as probable solutions. So बहुत सारे पैटर्न हम इवेल्युएट करते हैं, कॉज इफेक्ट रिलेशनशिप हम एसोसिएट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, एंड देन वी ट्राई टू व्यू सर्टन solutions. There are certain variables that can be influenced. You need to identify these variables that are involved in this case and how they can be influenced. इसके बारे में हम लोग आगे जाके इसी सेशन में या maybe tomorrow we may discuss about the variables also. One of the important point for this today's session are 5 principles or functions of management. Before that, I would take you all through evolution and then come to this 5 principle. Evolution of management thought. we would like to listen to one clipping of 5-10 minutes. Probably, I think this is 10 minutes clip. This will help us understand the evolution of management, organizational behavior rather. Okay, how it has come up as a, as a field or as a kind of a concept. Okay, so up, I'll just try to share with you all the clip. I'll also copy this first of all, so that I share this in your chat box also. Is it audible, all of y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the screen is visible, but it's not audible.
Oh, is it? That's what I was asking. Just a moment. Just a moment. Yes, there is something which I'm missing out. Just a moment. Is the screen visible, all of you?
Yes, screen is visible.
The voice now, I don't know why it is not getting played. Let me just try. Another minute will wait, otherwise.
For centuries,
Is it audible
scientists
now?
have been following the behavior of workers and
Yes, ma'am.
managers. The understanding and analysis of this behavior grew into a new field
We'll
of
see
study,
this and then we'll take a
management
break.
thought.
Please observe and listen to what
Management thought
the
is a relatively
have
new
been
discipline.
explained.
Over the past century, its modern practice has grown out of the influence of social, economic, and political forces. It has also grown from the influence of many researchers and practitioners, such as Frederick Taylor, Elton Mayo, and W. Edwards Deming. By the late 1800s, America had become the manufacturing capital of the world. Mass production techniques enabled companies to turn out more products at a lower cost than ever before. The sky was the limit. Improvement in assembly line technology led to large-scale production of a wide variety of material goods. These technological advancements came about at such an accelerated pace that a certain degree of chaos developed. Most businessmen of the time perceived this chaos in terms of a national productivity problem. Businesses weren't as efficient as they should have been. Three issues formed the basis for the problem. First was the problem of collaboration between people and machines. Many factory workers were afraid that substituting machine power for human power would result in the elimination of jobs. Workers were also physically afraid of large, noisy, dirty, and dangerous factory machines. The second obstacle was the general inexperience in running large-size factories and organizations that could produce large volumes of products to lower the cost per item. Because owners and employees weren't used to working in large groups, different authority structures were needed. Standard operating procedures had to be developed and implemented. Whatever efficiencies these procedures brought about were offset in part by an overall depersonalization in the workplace. Bigger businesses were just having bigger problems. The more managers began to realize how costly these problems were becoming, the more they searched for solutions. The search for solutions provided the basis for the development of the four major theories or approaches to management. The classical approach, beginning in the late 1800s, the behavioral approach in the early 1900s, the systems approach in the 1930s and 40s, and the contingency approach, a theory that gained prominence in the 1960s.
Let's bring Taylor up in the 1890s.
Please remember this video clip is also important for your management fundamentals
The classical
topic.
approach to
This
management
is another subject
emphasizes the
for
manager's
this
role in the
semester.
formal hierarchy of authority. It focuses on the task, machines, and systems needed to perform the task efficiently. The classical approach has two components: scientific management and administrative management. An effort to blend the study and functions of engineering with those of business economics came to be known as shop management. Shop management gave way to an entirely new discipline known as scientific management. Scientific management emphasizes improving the efficiency of work by the systematic and scientific study of work methods, tools, and performance standards. Frederick Taylor is remembered for his contributions to management thought in the first part of the 20th century. As a result of his experience in the steel mills of Philadelphia, Taylor concluded that the productivity problem of the day was due to lack of management attention to workers. This contradicted the beliefs of most businessmen in the early 1900s, who blamed the productivity problem on the general laziness of workers. Taylor's theory was based mainly on his observations of soldiering among steel mill workers. Soldiering is the systematic slowdown in work by laborers in order to keep their employers ignorant of how fast the work can be done. Taylor believed that the deceptive practice of soldiering existed for three reasons. First, management didn't know how much work could be done. Second, many laborers thought if they worked too fast, they would work themselves out of a job. And third, workers didn't know how to do their jobs efficiently to begin with. Taylor blamed these problems on poor management. According to Taylor, the role of management is to 1. Develop the one best way to perform any task. 2. Scientifically select, train, teach, and develop each worker. 3. Cooperate with workers and provide an incentive to ensure that the work is done according to the one best way. And 4. Divide the work and the responsibility equally between management and labor. The other arm of the classical approach to management theory is administrative management. This approach emphasizes that management, as a function, can be applied to any size or kind of organization. Administrative management theories focus on the coordination of the workings of an entire organization, not just organizing the work of individual workers. Classical management theories are broadly grounded in the assumption that work is a rational undertaking that is done in order to make money, and given that, the behavior of people at work will be fairly predictable and easy to understand. The trouble is, that isn't always true. Work often isn't a rational, logical, or reasonable process, and to many people, work is more than just a means of making money. The need to study and understand human behavior and look at management in this light began to develop in the early 1900s. The behavioral approach is a view of management that stresses understanding the importance of people's needs and attitudes within formal organizations.
What we'll do, we'll bring up the Hawthorne studies, if you would, that took place here in Chicago in the 30s.
Beginning in 1924, a group of researchers from MIT and Harvard, led by Professor Elton Mayo, began conducting experiments at Western Electric's Hawthorne plant in Cicero, Illinois. They didn't know it at the time, but their research would span 9 years before they could come to a conclusion.
We were trying to find out what circumstances in the workplace had the greatest effect on worker output. We experimented with changes in lighting, number of hours the employees worked, rest periods, incentive pay, and hot lunches. It seemed that none of these factors had any direct link to output. But we found that when being interviewed, the workers lost their shyness and fear. They began to feel valued by their co-workers and supervisors. Our study showed that good social relationships in the workplace is what produces more output.
The Hawthorne experiments marked a change in the direction of management theory and practice. The systems approach to management theory views organizations as sets of interrelated parts to be managed as a whole with the purpose of achieving a common goal. As systems, organizations consist of inputs, transformation processes, outputs, and feedback. One of the great management thinkers of this half-century is W. Edwards Deming. Deming has been credited with, among other things, resurrecting Japan's economy in the years that followed the Second World War.
Bring up Deming. Okay.
He devoted much of his life to spreading his message of continuous improvement and statistical process control to improve quality. Deming thought it was necessary to integrate the theories that came earlier into an approach in which all dimensions of the organization and its environment are considered as part of one system.
About 3.5 years ago, Gordon read an article in Harvard Business Review on Dr. Deming and his 14 points, and he showed it to myself and Dick Bentley. We met with some people, and we attended the Deming 4-day seminar and began to get a picture of what this possibility could mean for the company.
Some of Deming's theories enabled Marshall Industries, a California electronics company, to make a commitment to total quality within their organization.
We see the business as very dependent. Each system in our company is dependent on the next system. Both our suppliers, our customers, and our internal customer relationships have a tremendous dependency on one another. This requires everybody to work together like an orchestra or a football team, where each person has a job to do, but no one job is more important than the other.
During the 1960s, the phrase, "it depends," began to appear regularly in management writing. "It depends" characterized the contingency approach. The contingency approach emphasizes identifying the key variables in each situation, understanding the relationships among the variables, and recognizing the causes and effects of managerial decisions. Generally, the contingency approach is considered to be an outgrowth of the systems approach. From the classical approach to the contingency approach, and from Frederick Taylor to W. Edwards Deming, management thinking has evolved and improved. As ideas change and new theories are developed, future generations will benefit from continued efforts to improve the quality of work and the quality of life in the workplace.
So that's all for today, friends. We have already occupied for the session, so I'll stop here. I have shared the link. So, okay, somebody's saying, ma'am, can you tell one book for refer? I'll be telling it in the next session. I would like you all to go through this particular link, Evolution of Management, because as I've mentioned, it is useful for this session of organizational behavior as well as for management fundamentals also. So in the next session tomorrow, we'll be discussing certain highlights of whatever this particular video clip of 10 minutes has given us for the session. What were the contribution to our session and what are the learnings in the session tomorrow? So I expect that all of us should go through the clipping once more apart from your lecture timings. Okay. So I end my sessions. Have a nice day, all of you all, and a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Questions, if any, we'll take it tomorrow now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.